Hello, hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. I'm bringing you a deck tech for another Keeping Modern Janky deck I'm working on. I'm testing out Final Fantasy cards, and this is my Boros Blasphemous Act deck with Lightning Army of One in it. So I took out the Boros Reckoner and also made room for Screaming Nemesis uh, as a redundant. Basically replaces Boros Reckoner. It's a better card than Boros Reckoner because it has haste. I would say it's better. I mean, Boros Reckoner does. There's some upside there with first strike, and if you're doing devotion shenanigans. But in all honesty, I think Screaming Nemesis is just a strictly better card in this type of deck. And it honestly was printed when I first made this article, when I first played the deck, but I'd already built the deck, I'd already been play testing it, and it was probably too expensive at the time, and I was testing that version out. So now, revisiting the deck, put in Screaming Nemesis, put in Lightning Army of One. Lightning Army of One doesn't have haste, and you have to do combat damage to an opponent before you'll get the Double Blasphemous Act trigger, or the similar to the Boros Reckoner trigger. And you still need the Screaming Nemesis out. So in all honesty, um, Boros Reckoner is probably better in our deck to execute the game plan of Blasphemous Act. However, I'm testing it out. That's why it's Final Fantasy week, so I'm testing out one of these cards, and I think this brings a little bit of other upside. I mean, it allows some of our other cards to do more damage and not have us all in on the Blasphemous Act deck as our reach. I mean, then if we do damage with this, notice it's first strike damage. So if we're attacking with a big board, it deals damage first, then everything else will deal double damage. Turns our lightning bolts into 6 damage. Reckless Rage is a new card that you see in Pioneer and Standard that I'm trying out. If we have done damage to this and we have a Screaming Nemesis out, we can kill a creature, do 2 to it, double that up, so forth. Alright, so this is Phyrexian Vindicator is the other part of our Boros Reckoner package. Not that that's even in the deck anymore. But these cards are what, these eight cards combo with Blasphemous Act. Lightning Army 1 sort of does. The rest of here, other than Reckless Rage, is just good stuff. Modern Horizons 3. Modern Horizons cards, I should say, plus Lightning Bolt. So if you've seen the previous videos from the first version of this deck, we'll just get some Modern Horizons 3 wins with Guide of Souls, also the Pride, and a Johnny Nakado Parai, and that's fine. It doesn't feel as good as Blasphemous Act, but it's legit. But it's not just us like, oh, we're gonna take a shell that's powerful and modern and just throw in some janky cards and call it like a janky competitive deck. But that's not exactly what's happening here. These cards help facilitate Blasphemous Act. Guide of Souls, of course, triggers on the life gain from when Ocelot Pride enters to help the turn we cast Ocelot Pride to grow our board. Ajani brings a token with it. Then when we do gain life every other turn, we get another token. So this is our package of flooding the board in order to cast a cheap Blasphemous Act. To have a turn 4 where we can have a board full of creatures, cast a Screaming Nemesis, and then cast a Blasphemous Act in the same turn. So it's not just piggybacking on Modern Horizons 3 cards. It is actually fueling our strategy. White Orchid Phantom, man, what a powerful card. Every time I play it, I'm excited, happy to have it. It gives us some main deck hate against Eldrazi and other problematic lands. It allows us to ramp. If we hit our own flagstones, we can go ahead and ramp faster into Phyrexian Vindicator. And that's the deck. So I've been playing a few matches with it. It's fun. It plays very similar to the other one. I've yet to see the Lightning Army of One do anything awesome other than get killed. But otherwise, Phyrexian Vindicator, Blasphemous Act, I've had some pretty sweet wins. Screaming Nemesis has been super powerful and super impressive. Sideboard, I've changed considerably. High Noon, I think we're also a hyper efficient deck. Maybe not as high. Okay, let me rephrase that. We're an efficient deck. Most of Modern is hyper efficient. So I'm hoping in the right matchups, High Noon will punish our opponents more than us. Rest in peace for Graveyard decks. Thraben Charm, again, gives us a little bit of hate on graveyards, but also answers some of those enchantments out there. Brotherhood's End against Affinity, and some other go-wide strategies in Pillage to answer problematic artifacts. And that's the sideboard. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know how Lightning Army 1 is played for you, if you've played it in decks of your own. And as always, thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all in the next one.